Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to Daryeel Kitchen, home to delicious food made simple. In today's recipe, I'm going to share with you a delicious strawberry jam and coconut cake. This cake is very delicious and very easy to make and perfect for your family as it is for ours. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and let me know what you think of this recipe in the comments below. So now without further ado, let's start with our ingredients. As usual, the ingredients are very simple. We're going to start with some plain flour. I've got some baking powder there, some vanilla powder, and also a pinch of salt that is you can hardly see, but it's in there. We also need some sugar, some plain yogurt. I've got 4 eggs at room temperature, some unsalted butter, just custard, strawberry jam, just a basic strawberry jam, and some coconut, and these are a little bit shredded coconuts. So you need to have a large bowl. I'm going to be using a large glass bowl, and also we need hand mixer. The first step is add your sugar in the bowl, and then we're going to add our eggs that are at room temperature. And we're going to beat the eggs and the sugar for about 5 to 7 minutes until it turns out very light pale color. And you will see the volume of this will become very big and it will almost fill the bowl. And this shows that your eggs are beaten really well. So after this, I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. As you can see, our egg mixture has turned very pale color and also it doubled in size and it almost looks like very foamy. This is when your egg mixture is ready, and I'm going to show you the rest of the ingredients we're going to add. So the first thing we're going to do is now add our Greek yogurt or any plain yogurt that you have, and you're just going to mix everything together using the hand mixer. And then the next stage, we're going to add our butter. I have placed the butter in the microwave for a couple of seconds just to melt everything. And finally, once you've added our butter, we're going to add our dry ingredients. And what I'm doing here is I'm just mixing our dry ingredients with a whisk. You can also sift this, the flour. And then try and add the flour in stages. So just add a little bit, mix, and then add the rest. And guys, as you can see, the cake is already done. This is just as easy as it is, and it only takes a couple of minutes. So the most important thing that you need to do whilst making the cake, before you even start making, try and preheat the oven. I always preheat the oven 15 minutes before at 180 degrees, and this is to make sure that the oven is nice and hot and ready. And you can see how our mixture is all ready now. And finally, you need to have a tray. I'm going to be using this square tray. Just try and put some butter, and I've lined with a baking sheet. You can simply just apply butter and that will work. And then let's transfer our mixture into the tray and try and smooth out the top just to make sure that everything is leveled up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I hope you guys are enjoying these simple recipes I'm sharing with you. So finally guys, we're going to add our custard, and I'm just using a normal ready-made custard. We're going to add a couple of dollops of the custard on different parts of our mixture, and then I'm going to use the back of a spoon just to mix everything together. I made this cake without adding the custard, and then I just had an idea of adding this part, and to be honest guys, it takes the cake to another level. I believe, in my opinion, the custard adds more creaminess into the cake and also more moisture. So, and when serving as well, you can serve with custard and it just becomes like cake in another world. So we're going to place the cake in the oven now once we've done this, but before that just try and tap on the kitchen counter again a couple of times just to make sure that it's all leveled up. And finally guys, just make sure when you bake the cake, you bake in the middle rack and try and bake about 25 to 28 minutes. And as you can see, I've placed a skewer in there and it's all nice and dry, and that shows that your cake is done. And then whilst the cake is still warm, we're going to apply some strawberry jam, and just try and be generously applied everywhere on top of the cake, just to make sure that it's all smooth out on the top as well. So for example, I've had a couple of questions of do you have to use a strawberry jam? At this stage, if you don't like strawberry jam, you can omit, and you can just apply some melted chocolate on top, or even Nutella. I mean, the choice is yours. There's so many options that you can do with this cake. And if you don't like the custard part, you can omit that as well and just make it without custard. Just don't add the custard, bake the cake as it is, and you can apply some chocolate, you can apply some fresh strawberries. Another great alternative that you can do with this cake is by applying the jam as it is, and then apply some double cream that you've beaten, and decorate with fresh fruits, strawberries, blueberries, and you have yourself a nice summer cake. So there's so much you can do with. And this is our final stage, guys. We're gonna sprinkle our coconuts, and then finally you can serve the cake as it is. I like to serve the cake with some custard, and I always try and cut the cake into squares. It just looks so much nicer. And there it is, guys. I'm gonna give you a bit of a close look. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this recipe, and let me know what you guys think. I'm just gonna cut the cake, and the other tip I was gonna share with you is you can leave the cake outside, but in terms of if you have leftovers, you can place that in the fridge, and just place in the microwave for a couple of seconds before serving, and then just serve with custard or ice cream. And you've got so much that you can do with this cake. And you can see what I was telling you about the custard. It just looks so amazing. And there it is. It's still really nice and hot, and I love this part. You can add the custard right now. It's just amazing. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.